What's up? Right as we came in, it's
Hey!
great because
Hello.
it's just like this. If you're listening, there's just this. It's a T-Rex roar. It's and
It
it's
is
a gif
indeed.
of the. Listen, I have a brand, and we stick to it. Hi everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of Isekai University. We're here. We're queer. We're playing some Dungeons and Dragons, but like let's just get started with intros. Going around the table, Ollie. Introduce yourself, ask us awkward questions, all that good stuff. Go ahead, kick us off. Believe in you.
Hell yeah. I am Alejandro Gonzalez Enriquez, but you can call me Ollie. Or like is the Stratus on the interwebs. I think I still technically have an Instagram. So go figure. Uh, and my awkward question through this random icebreaker questionnaire from colleges online. What style decisions do you regret from middle school days? I can't, ask you this and not tell you my own. I'm going to go with the Naruto headband.
Classic.
Yes.
Oh, honey.
Classic.
Hey y'all, I'm Sin, that Crimson, but KRIMSIN, because I'm not me without a little bit of sin. You can find me online at crimson_galaxy_RPG or sin_gal, depending on the platform. And a middle school fashion decision.
Before you answer, unmute your mic on Google.
Oh, did Google... You know what? I'm going to go ahead and move it from this browser to Chrome really quick. That way,
Perfect.
because Chrome actually will stay up if it's minimized.
Fuck you, Embry.
I'm just assuming this is your friend and I don't have to ban them.
No, they're fine.
Okay.
Like, banning them would make me happy, but
All right.
you don't have
All right.
to.
All right,
I
Sid, please
back
continue.
up. Sorry
Yeah.
about
You're
that. Middle school fashion decision that I'm disappointed in myself for was definitely the fact that I wore big old Jinko jeans that had like huge ass legs. Like I could fit my entire body into each one individually. And yeah, that was a decision, especially when I was riding my bikes all the time.
Oh, man, the fray that would happen on the Jinkos.
Mhm, mhm.
Interesting. Are you done? All right, cool. I'm Omega. I'm not terribly far on the internet playing Ezra today. The weird middle school fashion thing. I was living in Washington State. It's a very rainy state.
Mhm.
And I refused to wear pants for most of my middle school years. And it was a very poor decision for many reasons. That is all.
Like, were you wearing shorts too?
Yes, I was
Okay.
wearing shorts, right?
Sorry.
I was wearing shorts. It's just I was always freezing and wet and miserable. It was just a very poor decision in general. That's all.
Well, in that bombshell, I'm Sean the Joker. You can catch me here on Twitch on Mondays and Fridays, usually streaming older RPGs. I think. Well, we'll get into the shelling later, but yeah, I'll be playing Dirk Plainview today, the Druid Circle of the Shepherd Furbolg, and middle school fashion. Horrible middle school fashion decision. I had frosted tips. Ooh.
I still want frosted tips. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Like, obviously, like I like dyeing my hair, but that was I looked like Joey Fat One from NSYNC.
God. Hi, everybody. I'm Kat. I play Sam Collins, your friendly Circle of the Stars druid, or Solar Scout, as I like to call her now. You can find me on Twitter at Kat Scarlet. And back in my day, in middle school in the 90s, it was all about jelly shoes and baby tees. If anyone remembers that look, that was very
Baby
hot.
what?
Baby tees, tiny t-shirts.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That was the coolest shit.
And those jellies would just
And
make
those
your feet
jelly
hurt.
shoes, you just wanted swamps on your feet.
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess it's me. Hi everyone, my name is Val. This is my channel. I'm playing today. Her name is Ashlyn Morse, and she is a cute little centaur girl. That's got a little Stevie Nicks haircut going on. But as far as my regrets in middle school fashion wise is that I didn't dress myself in middle school. One, the majority of my life, like in fact, until 8th grade, I went to Catholic school, so I just had to wear uniforms, and I had Doc Martens because everyone should have had Doc Martens, but I didn't have real Doc Martens. I had the Skechers knockoff of Doc Martens. And I had those until I was about 25 years old. I'm not, because my feet never grew, and I wore them. They lasted that long. I have cosplay of me wearing those shoes because they were appropriate. So my fashion regrets is that I did not have control over my fashion, because I definitely would have been very cool.
Yeah.
We 100% believe you.
Yeah.
yes.
I also grew up on a farm, so like I just wore whatever. I did this thing, especially in middle school during summer vacation. Whatever I fell asleep in, I just wore for the next day. So
Yeah, that's called depression.
I know it started around that time. So fair. Like it started around that time. The biggest regret, it's not necessarily a fashion regret. I changed my mind. The biggest regret is that I felt like I had to wear a bra while I was sleeping when I started to grow titties. That is my biggest regret.
Sounds uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And hot.
It sounds like
Yeah.
it would
We
be
had AC.
very painful every day of your life because you'd be throwing your back out by sleeping.
To be fair, it was sports bras, and I didn't really have actual titties until I was 25. Like, I just didn't have, like, I turned, like, in my 20s, and I gained 30 pounds of tit, and I was like, what is this?
That's a big tit.
I can't cosplay small Japanese boys anymore. What's going on? Like,
I mean, there's nothing stopping you.
yes, binding
accurate.
stops. Like, oh man! All right, everyone, let's get this going. Just to let you know, this is a viewer affected game. You get affect the game with your bits, subs, and donations. Every 100 biddies here gives us a reroll to anyone you see here on the channel, like just on the screen. If you want us to reroll a roll, just give me 100 biddies. Tell me who gets that reward. In the same note, if you subscribe to the channel, you can gift anyone here a natural 20. It says a nat 20 and a nat 1, but I'm nixing the nat 1. We're just doing nat 20s to be so that we can be super fucking cool. And if you donate $10 or more, there is a chance that you can give our GM, our storyteller Ollie, an idea. The ideas are always at the discretion of the GM, and we don't cross any lines or veils here that we have set up at the channel. But we will work for you. We will work with you to make sure things happen. And crazy things has happened on this channel. Not necessarily on this game yet, but definitely on this channel. And with that, that's all I got. I'm going to eat my salami and cheese.
Okay. Well, I suppose it's time to jump right in. Last time on Isekai University. Well, our group of friends, they went to school, and then shit happened, and they were no longer in their school. They were in a magical world of, honestly, mostly just capital bullshit. Just, but it's okay. There's still magic, so there's that.
There is no escape.
Within moments, they find their first quest to find someone's child. They head off on their way before being confronted by just the biggest dick, who they thoroughly beat into submission and send him running with his tail between their legs. And now they're here with the Just Executioners of Sustainable Universal Safety Squad, who are here to, help.
Begrudgingly.
Begrudgingly.
Disagree entirely.
Yeah.
Help.
So we're jumping right back in, and the head, the person who was talking to you initially, pipes up and was like, "So, you guys need any help? Usually people don't come down here unless things are a bit dire."
We were sent on a like we took a quest where we were looking for a kid, right? And they said that they may be here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Am I remembering correctly?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yes.
out of character. That's out of character.
Yeah.
you are.
Okay.
You are
So
remembering
it's a request to
correctly.
go find this one dude's child
Yeah.
to join this loser club, like the dropouts.
Yes.
I got a
Um,
question for you really quick. How do you call yourself just if you let people get beaten over something as trivial as money in your town?
well, it is very unfortunate, and we try our best. It isn't, well, first of all, it's not our town. We merely come here to make sure people don't have to stay here. But I mean, that is all part of the strange laws that are in place here. We are not in control of that. Whenever possible, we try to help, but we cannot go against the laws and structures that provide some semblance of security.
Insight check.
Yeah, same.
That's not great. 8.
All right.
Dirty 20.
All right. So Derek, you think he's a straight shooter?
I believe this man.
But you, on the other hand, you believe that what he's saying is the company pitch, and that to some extent he believes that the right thing to do in these situations is to not fuck with the system. But you can tell that a big part of why he believes this is because it provides him the easiest route to get what he needs. You can tell it's very selfishly motivated. But what he's saying isn't a lie. Just
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I understand that you want to follow the rules, but like you realize that going around and claiming that you're out for justice when really you're just looking out for yourself is kind of selfish.
What my friend here means is, if you're going to call yourself like a community that protects each other, you really should probably do that when they're at their lowest, respectfully. Sometimes
that is
you
fair criticism. I appreciate and welcome this discourse. Now, the thing is, there's a lot of legal things that go into it, and I understand one day we hope to get things in a better track. Now, let's get back to this lost child of yours. We position ourselves here to steer the youths and anyone who's really in danger of falling into this lifestyle towards a better direction, towards a more order-filled life. Perhaps he's one of our young members. Do you have a name?
Yeah, it's whatever the name was.
I'm not sure we ever got it.
Yeah, do we have a name?
Oh man. You might have-
So here's a
might
fun
have
fact.
written
You
it
do have a
down,
name.
but I have lost track of that notebook already.
He didn't really specify his name, but he said his child is gone. His name is Gone. Gon.
Oh, right. I
Ah.
do remember that. I do remember
Gotcha.
that.
That was a clever joke.
Because I remember thinking, oh, like the one from Hunter x Hunter.
Maybe. Anyways,
Shut up. We're not ripping things off.
hey, as long as both names aren't the same, it's fine. Anyways. All right. Well, with that, maybe let's look through our books, see if we have talked to this little fella. And as this is happening, as he's trying to draw you towards his tent, that sounded creepier than it needed to be, as he's trying to share this information with you, someone actually comes out from within the city. A very positive, very happy, big smile kind of guy. He's a what's this animal creature called? A lamia. Which is, I think, centaur, but lion body rather than horse.
Rad.
And They're
Hey, it
just
looks
like,
like you, but it's a kid.
oh, hey, everybody. Let's
Why-
take a
why
chill
is he
pill.
talking like Elvis.
I don't know, but I like it.
Like that is in character. Ashlyn says that. It's like, why is he talking like Elvis? Because that is a very distinct tone and like, are you Elvis?
No. My good friend, my new friend. My name is Brennan Lee Doover.
Brendan Lee, you over.
Bitch.
So, did you die during the last scene of The Crow, and this is just you coming back?
No, I think no, that's the other Brennan Lee. I think this Brennan Lee right here likes to make funny voices for the internet. I think that's what I remember him doing.
Oh, okay.
You are correct, sir.
Can you stop whatever this is? You sound like a game show host, but you're selling used cars.
Are there cars
Sorry.
here in this world? Like, did cars
Almost certainly not.
come with us?
There are not any currently, but our people here, they're working on it.
So you know what a car is?
Oh, of course I do. I'm one of the, and he freaks out and is like, his face goes full skeletal. His body sort of melts for a second.
No, never mind. I'm sorry. You don't need to answer questions if it causes you pain.
And he just wiggles back into normality and is like, oh, no, my
I
bad.
think we're
No,
getting
don't worry
sick.
about it. It's just a thing that happens. It's a completely normal physiological response. Sorry about the voice earlier. I don't actually know. You know, sometimes I try to find my character and try to welcome people, but it just apparently wasn't the right one. But that's fine. I'm here. And you guys, he points over to the Jesus Squad. I don't think we really need your services anymore.
Doesn't look like they're servicing much of anything, to be fair.
Yeah.
Well, there's no cars here. What do you expect?
Not.
I mean, this isn't really the place to be servicing people anyway.
like
one
an
of the
Apple- like an Applebee's,
one of the Jesus
or-
Squad gets real like blushy, like, how dare you? I know that innuendo.
Oh, that's one of them sex scenes again, right, Elle?
Just like Applebee's, yes.
Wait, Applebee's is a sex thing as we're walking
For
and
some
talking.
people. Have you ever worked at an Applebee's?
No. Why would I?
Okay, let me tell you. I used to work at an Applebee's when I was 17 years old, and listen, line cooks do all kinds of terrible things to each other, and it's usually, I say terrible, but it was all consenting, just things that you would not imagine. Because
I feel like that is a problem with your Applebee's and not Applebee's in general.
that's just restaurants in general, honey.
Like, what did y'all like play terrible pranks on each other, or?
Well, sometimes they would just like, as soon as everything would close, like I know at least 3 babies that were conceived in Applebee's.
On the line?
I've heard that the bathroom
at
is
the
a
hostess
hot
stand.
spot.
The bathroom, yeah, like just so quick.
Oh.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, that is 3 babies too many, I'd say.
Made it.
Oh, you're here. All right, you're here too.
Yep. I was just shooing them away. Don't worry. But now, so
These guys fucking suck.
you know, a lot of them do, but
Yeah,
there are also a
metaphorical
lot
sense.
of members who are genuinely, good-hearted, but don't understand exactly. There is an indoctrination process which allows some members to be part of this group without understanding the difficulties and trials that they put others through. You know, it's all shades of gray.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, you know, they said something about like taking in younger people and like making them, you know, it's like a summer camp or some shit like that.
Yeah. Do you remember? Okay, let's get inside the city where it's safe. And
Where's Gail?
I'll give you guys the tour, and you can whatever you need. I'm here to help. Sounds like you guys were looking for someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe.
Well,
Yeah.
do you know if they're a youngster? We have the Queer Youth Center. We have the Unalived Youth Center. We have the Furry
second
Youth
one.
Center.
The
That second one.
Unalive Youth Center?
Yeah, remember
for
he did
folk.
Oh, that's right. He could be
the guy.
Mhm.
The guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think.
Why
it's
are
a-
these centers separate? I feel like there is a Venn diagram here that might exist.
There is a wonderful Venn diagram, but we want to make sure that our resources are properly allocated, and we only have so many senior citizens, competent workers to take care of them. So we kind of have to split it up in certain ways so that as to best, teach these kids sort of about what things they're going to have to deal with later in life.
Shug, I got a very important question about the Unalive Youth Center. Since
Shoot.
they are unalive and they do not age, do they just stay there forever? Like,
Oh no, we do age. I've been unalive since I was.
You're unalive.
Yeah, you saw him do
one-
the thing.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
I
why
didn't
he was
think-
kinda
oh,
creepy.
Oh, I didn't realize that was that. I thought he was doing that
Don't
because he's
call
not supposed
people
to talk about the
creepy.
real world.
So I'm going to look this person up and down, and without me consciously, without Derek consciously doing it, I'm going to use detect magic
Go for
to
it.
see. It's so I cast it. I don't think there's anything I have to roll, but it does tell me if there's a faint aura around it that tells me if it's magical or not. Is this person
There-
magical?
There is a considerable amount of magic in this person. Yes.
Can I
Um,
actually just roll an insight to get a general read of what the person's saying and like seeing if they're being upfront and stuff?
Yeah, go for it.
So I look at him and go,
22.
This is without a doubt the most genuine person who has ever talked to you in your however many years of life.
Awesome. That's what I thought.
I look at him and I go, "Are you like magically kept together?" Sorry, that may be like not a really fair question to ask you, but I'm curious. I don't mean anything by it.
No, it's okay. You guys must be recent arrivals. You must have just woken up. Yes. So
Yeah, there was some weird
Yeah,
frog
that's
guy
accurate.
that gave us like a little bit
Yeah,
before
the
1-1.
sky shattered and it was terrifying, frankly.
Yeah.
yes, I remember that too. That was a long time ago.
There was a frog
So,
and a goblin. Wait, where's the goblin?
You see her actually right behind Derek, just like
Oh.
hiding behind his legs. Like he's so much larger than her. She's just
She done followed us all the way here. I'm kind of impressed.
Oh, I mean, I don't. Are you okay, Gail? Sorry, there's been a lot that's happened to us. Also, how long have you been here?
me.
Yeah.
I've been here roughly 27 years, I think, give or take.
And like this place existed longer than that.
Yes. It wasn't quite as well put together as we have it now. The dropouts, we've really worked our best to make this a more welcoming and more helpful community.
How frequently do new people from other worlds arrive?
Well, it's pretty random. We sometimes have batches of them, and it's really just the two worlds, I believe. Okay, this is a little difficult for me. I know what the Fae have told us. If you want to know more about the shattering of reality, they're the folks to talk to. The Fae, they work as like construction workers between the dimensions to keep things from completely unraveling. But they're also very welcoming.
They
Right.
seem like lovely folk. We should really find the child though before we do that.
Right. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
we could actually split up a little bit so we could find some information out if y'all want. Like, not everybody has to go. Not everybody has to go check on the kid.
Well, if you're looking for
Sorry.
information, there's a few good locations around here. As you're walking by, you're like walking past the most like, if they took every liberal from a liberal arts college and just shoved them into little containers, there's the like hippie hacky sack, even though it's the fucking mid 2000s people. There's just the gayest group of gays to ever gay in a very beautiful way.
Yeah.
Just kind of roaming around. There's LARPers and
Or also
D&D
Venn
nerds.
diagrams with the hacky sack people, right?
Right, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And the
It's-
LARPers. Come on,
Yeah.
let's.
It's
yeah.
basically it's a Mandela now.
Mhm. Every few minutes, you see someone just kind of walking from one area to the other and swapping their clothes out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like, we could go. I mean, I don't know who wants to go check out that place, kind of figure out how this place came to be. I'd be more than happy to just go, since I kind of took on the quest. I could go to the on a live center and find this kid.
I
mean-
was kind of under the impression it was like a group project,
It is kinda
classwork
like a
type
group
thing. Like, I
It
want to
is
make
kind of
sure
a
I get
group thing.
credit.
Yeah,
I'll pay for
I
the
think if we
assignment.
wander off, we don't really get credit for the quest. Is
That's
Hey.
probably
how I
fair.
think this works.
I mean, that being said, we could all just be like, "Oh yeah, everybody was there."
That's
Yeah,
true.
Lion's easy.
Yeah, I'm super. Like, did you not?
Is
see
it
what I
actually?
did with my lipstick over there? Like, I'm good.
Well, I'm not a practiced liar, but people seem to believe me.
Yeah. It comes to
You
being
are-
pretty.
You do have a very trustworthy face.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
But yeah, if if we just kind of want to split up so we can kind of hit two birds with one stone, or one stone with two birds.
I mean, there's
Or-
actually a couple places of interest I'd like to check out. We don't know if they're
Sure.
here for the
Right.
Unalive Center or the LGBT Center.
Right.
It could be either of those. I kind of want to check out what Fae actually are and look like. That'd be cool. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah,
sure. If
fair.
you need a guide, I can take you there. We also have the tavern. We also have our own quest givers and informants in the tavern. If you want to participate in that.
It's like a game we played back on Earth called I can't remember.
Dragon
It's got-
Age.
I was
It's
gonna
got
say
dragons
Skyrim.
in it. It's not. No, I'm talking about the one where everyone sits at a table and we all put on funny
Pathfinder.
voices. Right. I think
Uh,
it might be that one.
I don't
No,
know.
I
I'm
think you're
not a
thinking of
nerd.
Shadowrun.
I wouldn't know.
As you're talking and separating into your groups, Brendan, he continues to just kind of go off on tangents. And he's just like, "Oh, actually, you're very correct. We, as far as I can tell, it seems as though our abilities follow a D&D, maybe third edition rule set. I'm not sure. We're still figuring that out. And whoever is going wherever, just let me know. He'll guide you guys to where you're going."
As
As
long
he
as it's not
mumbles
fourth
off.
edition, we're probably fine.
Out of character, not gonna lie, I had a thought process yesterday while I was taking a shower, because that's where all my thought processes happen. Whereas, like, what if, like, we had decided that this happened, like, in 2004 and we used 3.5 rules?
Oh
Anyway,
God, no.
continue. That was my afterthought.
I mean, I've got a map that can help me find things out. I just kind of it's just a big place. We all, we're a study group and everything, but we don't have to stick together all the time, right?
Nope, that's true.
That is
Yeah,
true.
I think it's totally fair to split the party.
Yeah,
Yeah, just remember to use the buddy system. This is still a new place for you all, and even though we're all very welcoming, you have to make sure you're safe.
Right. Right.
Okay,
I mean,
that's true. So let's all, I guess everybody take a buddy.
Well, we're gonna have to, because there's 5 of us, so some of us will be 3 and 2, or 2, 2 and 1, and so like, yeah, just remember we're odd in numbers.
that's
Gale
definitely
pipes up.
true.
I can be someone's buddy.
Oh, you know what? Me
I'm
and
gonna-
Gil are on a team.
Great, then I'm gonna go with because she doesn't want to be around the child. I'm gonna go with Ezra.
All right, excellent. Me and Elle.
All right. I guess we'll meet back up where the tavern is. Does that seem like a good place?
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'm gonna
sounds good to me.
go up to Ezra and lean up. I don't know about you, but I was just gonna go to the tavern and just hang out. So if you just want to go and hang out and not,
I was gonna go try just see what's up with the Fae.
Okay, but that's what Elle was gonna do. Do you want to switch?
Yeah, we can do swapsies.
Okay,
That's probably
okay.
for the best.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go to Sam. I don't know about you, but I was just gonna go be at the tavern.
Look, that sounds great. I won't lie. I could use a and Sam's still like looking at the costume she has been transformed into, still in her astral form, and is like, I don't know how I feel about this, so I could really go for like a
Actually,
coffee or something.
Yeah, well,
I would really like to do this first and just check in on the kids' welfare before I go to the Fae Corps, just because, like, I can't really justify being selfish before helping.
Someone else is helping.
yeah, like we're splitting up for information.
Derek-
the tavern
Derek's a
has lots
capable-
of information at it. That's where people go to gossip, so that's why I'm going there.
Is that why you're going to the tavern?
Yeah, and to get free alcohol. Like, look at me.
Can I make an insight check?
I was looking at my dice.
Sure, make an insight check. Val, make a deception.
But I'm not.
Well,
I'm
then
not deceiving
that's
anyone.
fine. 21.
Are you lying?
Val, tell her what you won.
I'm just, that is her mindset. Like, the deception is that she said that she wasn't a nerd, but she's clearly a fucking nerd, and she clearly knows that going to the tavern is where you get all of the gossip. So,
All right.
that's where she's going. Like,
All right. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, you got this. I trust you, and you're
Thank you.
good.
Let's go. Just links arms with Cat. We're gonna go talk to people.
Wait, would it be weird if I asked to ride on your back at some point?
Yes,
Val? How
it
will we
would
feel
be
about
weird
this?
and
Let's.
no.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
I am a pony.
I mean, you're
Excuse me.
just so majestic.
I am a centaur, not a beast of burden.
Well, yeah, that's why I asked. I would be
Like in
if
an
were I
emergency,
able.
yeah, maybe in like an emergency situation at some point, if I had to like jump and like you had to come with me or something, like sure,
Mhm.
because I think oddly enough, I kind of think I might be the strongest one here, which is a little weird.
I don't think
How
that's weird at
long
all.
is your spine?
But hey, Mikey, thank you for the raid. But like I think because I mean, I beat the shit out of that guy.
You really did.
beat the shit
Yeah,
out of
you
him.
worked.
was
You worked.
Terrifying.
So
I don't even know how you pulled those weapons out of your hair.
I think they might come out of my nipples. I'm not sure.
At this time, I think people would start to notice that every few minutes, Elle has been using the gust cantrip to make her hair slightly flow in the breeze.
All right. So, wait. We'll meet you guys there. Bye.
Sure.
And
All right.
I have to pee.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Gail on my shoulders, like like dad piggyback ride at
So does
like
my
dad shoulder
cat.
ride at Disneyland.
All right.
So-
Well, let's start with Derek since he's gonna be going kind of solo on this one. Where are you going?
I'm going to go to the Alive's Undeath Center.
Unalive.
I'm going to go to the Alive Center because that's.
I want to start with that as well. Like I said, I don't want to head straight to the Fae place. I want to make sure that this kid's okay first.
That's
you?
fine.
Sure.
That's fine with me. All right, Elle. I guess we're going to the youth center.
Yeah.
Weird that they have that here. I figured with the magical world and all, they wouldn't have everything.
Well, I don't know. It seems like they're really trying in this community at the very least, and I think that it's a good thing to have community centers so people can like foster community.
Oh yeah, it's probably a good thing, especially for like, kids that lose their. I don't really want to talk about that.
Yeah, I understand.
This is just great though. It's
Yeah,
like
this
it's like I get
city's-
to go to college and not have to go to college.
Well,
So
honestly,
you guys
I'm just glad no one recognizes me.
Yeah, I can imagine, and we're walking and talking, obviously, but
yeah.
I can imagine what I mean, being famous sounds great until you are famous, you know?
Yeah. I
'Cause
mean,
you can
I've
never just
changed a lot since, my face was out there.
What do you mean by that?
Transitioned.
Oh, I never even thought about it, to be honest with you. I never
Oh,
really.
well, cool.
Is that seem insensitive? Sorry. I'm trying. Simple.
Hey, I mean, you're being cool. You're fine. Like, you're not saying anything hurtful intentionally, and that's what really matters.
Oh, I guess. Sorry. I just growing up in a small Tennessee town and coming out to like not rural small to Smallville and having a lot of things smack you in the face is a little bit of a culture shock for me. And I'm trying my damnedest to do things right, I guess. At least prove that like not all people that come from the South are a bunch of bigots and assholes.
Oh, I can understand that. I can understand that a little bit anyway. I think it's really cool that you are breaking the cycle and doing that observation and like trying to grow as a person. That's really strong.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say like much has changed. I mean, the way we grew up in the holler where I lived in, uh, we mostly just treated people as they treated us. We didn't really give two shits about who they were or what they weren't or what they believed in and stuff like that. They're your neighbors. You're supposed to take care of them, right?
That's the way I wish it was for sure. That sounds like a really great community. Unfortunately, it's not like that everywhere.
That is the true shame of it, I guess. I don't know. I guess I just wish everyone lived on a farm and got to live that farm life. Raising goats changes you and makes you a better human. At least that's what I think.
Well, in my opinion, raising goats make you realize how big of assholes goats are.
They are terrible. Like every one of them are temperamental bastards.
All right, have we arrived yet?
Yeah, 100%.
Off camera, Derek has went into excruciating detail of herding goats to Elle's like demise. I'm like,
yeah,
and say that's the reason why you have to have a. Oh, we're here.
Yeah. No, you've arrived. In fact, you like looped around the block once. You passed it mid conversation, and someone guided you towards the right location. And yeah, you're at the Unalive Youth Center. In the front.
Let me check my makeup real quick before I go and talk to these people. I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out a mirror that may have been described to me, and I'm gonna look in it.
All right. So, what are you looking at in your mirror specifically?
Oh, myself.
Yourself?
Yep.
All right, good start. You see your sister, actually. But they're smaller and frailer than you remember. Your sister is not a healthy person. Like she is chronically ill and has a lot of issues. But this version of her that you're seeing is diminished even further. And she looks sort of almost like a ghostly appendage upon yourself. And when you try to see yourself, just you, not this visage, what you see is a very, very mundane version of yourself. None of the glamour, none of the glitz. And yeah, that's what you see.
That's weird. That's gonna take some thought. I put that away. Oh wow, that was weird.
Is she showing signs of like I don't know, like are you showing like a reaction to it?
Oh yeah, she's like, I'm literally putting my head into my hand, like, because that's what she's doing. Like, oh my god, that's so weird.
Are you okay? Like,
Uh,
hold on 1 second,
let
Gil. I
me
kind of put her
not think
down.
about this.
Okay, all
Did you
right.
did you see a zit? Dad
I,
always gets real upset when he sees zits. Apparently, they're bad.
Well,
I
that's if you're
mean-
really into beauty routines. I mean, it's just a part of the skin. Sorry.
yeah, I agree. They're not anything to get super upset about. Sometimes they're a physiological response just to being a little bit stressed out, and that's okay. But no, what I saw was magical in nature and weird, and I don't know how to explain it right now.
That's so cool. Can I see?
Are you?
Maybe
Uh,
later. Maybe later.
Oh, okay.
It's. Oh man. You know what? Actually, Gil, I think it might be a better idea we do that at the tavern when we meet back up. You might get to look at it then. Okay. Maybe.
Okay, that sounds like fun.
Okay. Sorry about like not keeping up with you when we first got here. We were kind of overwhelmed.
It's okay. I think I'm used to it.
Oh
my God. What the fuck, Ollie?
I don't know. It's just where she's at. What do you want?
I
Anyway.
Oh god, that's heartbreaking.
Anyways, as you guys come into the Unalive Youth Center, you see. Well, I've actually never been to a youth center, but I imagine there's a front desk and a little lobby area with cookies and whatever else, brochures and bullshit.
I belonged to a Catholic youth center while I was in my first year of university. There usually isn't a desk. There's usually just like a building that's kind of built like a common room, and then there's like an office and a kitchen.
Gotcha.
And people just walk in and just like hang the fuck out and play Halo.
All right. Yeah, so let's say it's a little more open floor plan. There's kids hanging out, youngins, teens, a mixed lot. There's a couple of actual adults walking around, taking care of the said children. And one of them actually comes up. Hi. Who are you?
I'm Elle, and we're actually just here trying to figure out if a kid whose dad is looking for him or for them is here.
Oh dear. It's very possible. Do you have a name?
Gone.
Okay. And she reaches down into her cleavage and pulls down an ever expanding scroll.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
Okay. Gone. Da. Yes, it looks like there was record of a Gone who showed up here within the last couple of days, but I don't think he's still here.
You got any idea where he went? Where they may have went?
Unfortunately, no. He wasn't very talkative.
Do you know what brought them here?
I think your best chance might actually be to talk to one of the kids. They seemed he seems a lot more willing to talk to him. And she looks around and calls over Keela, and she comes over, and Keela is this short, pure white-haired, kind of like too cool for school gal, just kind of hanging. And she comes up. Can I? What's going on? What do you need from me?
Hey, did you know Gone?
Yeah. He was around here a little while ago. What you looking for him for?
Well, honestly, I just want to check in because his dad is looking for him, and I want to make sure that he's okay. And if he doesn't want to be around his dad, I'd like to have that information so I can make sure no one forces this to happen.
We're just trying to make sure the kid's okay.
Yeah.
Make a persuasion check, one of you.
I will help because mine's
Alright.
a +2. So I'll
Okay,
use that
mine
option.
is, I think, a +8. So
Fucking
Yep.
sorcerers.
Yeah.
so that would be a 23.
Okay.
Did you do it with advantage?
I did, yeah.
Cool.
The other one was a dirty 20.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, he looks at you, looks up and down, and is just like, okay, you guys seem all right. He didn't feel right here, and he wanted to get out, but it's not that he didn't want to be with his dad, it's that he didn't want to be up there. And his dad doesn't believe that he should be down here with us.
Well, why doesn't I believe that? You can tell us.
Well-
We're cool.
Well, I mean, Gon just told me that his dad doesn't think he needs to be down here because he can hide his unaliveness. I don't know. I never saw him shift while he was here with us, but it's not just something you can hide, you know.
Yeah, even if no one else can see it, and you want to be around people like you. I get that.
Mhm.
Right. I mean, you can't it's kind of like denying who you are. That's just not a good, healthy way to live.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. I don't. Last thing I heard, Gon was heading out the city to. He said that he decided instead of being around all this, he just wanted to go on an adventure. I was gonna go with him, but I got to take care of my sister, so I couldn't go. If I find out that you two hurt him, and she pulls out her hand and just becomes blades, I will kill you.
I'd expect nothing less.
I mean, you
They go back
terrify the hell. You terrify the hell out of me, but I definitely am not going to hurt a kid. That's not in my nature.
Okay.
But I am curious. So his father's doesn't believe he can. He believes he can hide it. It's not healthy either.
Yeah, but those people out there, they don't understand. They
They
think
don't.
that just being able to be up there means they're gonna have a better life regardless.
Yeah, they don't really acknowledge the fact that maybe not everybody wants to be up there.
And they don't acknowledge the fact that if someone finds you out, it can completely ruin your life up there.
Yeah, maybe not everybody wants to. When you get outed, it's not necessarily a good thing.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Man, honestly, you old timers get it. I didn't think. I think you would.
Well, I'm not that old, but all right.
Pretty old to me.
I grew up understanding this stuff because it's kind of like me.
If you want to, you can make a deception roll to resist this, but they're going to observe you in a specific way.
No, I let them.
Cool.
Uh-oh.
No.
No.
Interacting
No,
with
come
me
on.
They just kinda-
every time.
Oh, God.
No, I'm still here. I'm still here.
Oh, God.
Yes, I know my internet connection's unstable. Thank you, Zoom. I can't wait to move again.
I like how Zoom tells you that your internet connection is unstable long after you realize it. Like,
It hasn't been this unstable in like the entire time we've lived here. Now that we're about to leave, it's like, well, fuck you too.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Point is, they just get a read on you for their own personal edification. And okay, is there anything else you need from me? Otherwise, I'm gotta go. Keep an eye on my sister.
I think you're good. Take care of your sister.
That was an accident. I bit my tongue. I meant to say sister.
I thought I said sister.
Okay.
All right. Derek's like very confused. This is a weird interaction. Hold on one second. I'm gonna like take an aside with Gail, and I'm like, hey, I don't know how to ask this question. But there's a lot of kids here. You might be safer here if you want. We'll come by every day to check in on you, but you might be around like people your age, and that might be better for you. I'm just trying to this world is really confusing. I'm just trying to do the best for people. So I wanted to ask you before I even brought this up.
She's still on your shoulders?
Yeah, I kind of like set her down and like kind of like scooch down as much as I can to meet her at eye level. I'm basically like squatting.
Right. Yeah, she grabbed onto like your shirt, and she's got a nice tight grip on it. She says, I don't want to feel alone here too.
Okay, that's fine. You can stay with us.
Yeah,
I was just asking you a question. I wanted you to have agency with your own life,
I think yes. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Tussle her hair, and you want to get back on the shoulders, or do you want to walk?
Yes, just a second. And she like takes the frog that was on her back and like takes him off, opens up his cloak and pulls out a notepad and puts him back on. Like he's still made out of like stone, but it's seems to be a thing that she's familiar with at this point somehow.
That thing
But
got
she takes
games
a little
on it?
notepad out and writes agency and equals me do what I want.
Nice.
I feel
It's
like I taught
spelled
the
very
wrong.
wrong.
I look at Ellen. I'm like, I feel like I taught the wrong lesson there. Did I teach the wrong lesson?
We'll get more into it. Into it. Yeah.
I think we should talk more about this. Are we parents now? Is that what's happening? And then we walk away.
Yeah. As you're having this chat, like you leave through the double doors, you push them open, and that transitions us over right to the tavern. So as you two walk into the tavern, you see the classic like D&D tavern. Like it is specifically built for this.
Mm-hmm.
And the only difference is that there are also televisions in the corner.
This is cozy as hell.
Yeah.
And you look around, and it's not super packed, but there's like 3 or 4 different groups of people. From you can tell a couple groups of adventurers, some weirdo looking ones, and then just the usual bartender.
Yeah. So, very particularly, just to kind of give you my intent being in here, sorry, brain fart. Ashland's intent is to eavesdrop into listening to conversations that are talking about the Unalive Center or just the dropouts in general. Like I'm trying to figure out a general consensus about how the people actually feel about, and of course Jesus, like the major parties here. Like I'm trying to find the gossip. So whatever I do, which is probably like first look up at the TV to see what's playing. um,
It is some
Is it curling?
fantasy bastardization of New Girl.
Oh, okay.
But it is
Who's
muted,
that
of course.
girl? It's just sorry. Zoe Deschanel
and
is my celebrity twin, so it's hard.
On one of the other screens is a sport of some kind.
It's curling.
Always. It's always curling.
So yeah, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and hopefully not knock anything over to go to the bar and get myself a drink and just sort of like listen in.
All right.
Multi-listen. Keep your ears open, okay, Sam?
If you're going to be, easing and dropping, go ahead and roll a stealth for me.
Well, I'm not trying to be stealthy. Like,
well, do you want people to know that you're listening?
I am a horse. People are gonna know that I'm there.
They know you're there, but I don't know you were paying attention. But that's fine if you're okay with that.
Yeah, like I was looking more for a perception because I mean I just have ears and I'm listening.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm
true. Now she's got ears that can like.
Yeah. Why
do I feel like you have centaur big horse ears that can just like rotate around?
Yeah, that's exactly my ears. Like if you've seen like the art that I drew, she's just got big, floofy ears that can radar. Just clap.
Then hell yeah.
To the bar. It's like, hi, how's it going?
Oh, just swell.
I just like prop myself up on the bar, like, whew, just the right height. Great. What do you have on special here?
Looking for food or drink?
Yes.
Wonderful. And they break out the menu. Salute.
As he's talking, that's when I would like to like listen in. Like I'm just gonna keep. This might even be a deception check to make me go, yeah, but really, I'm just listening to the crowds. So whatever you want me to do.
Let's go for perception.
Okay.
This man has gone fully into his server spiel. Either.
Disassociate away from this man.
You are currently two people talking to each other while being completely disassociated from the conversation.
16. Story of my life.
16. Yeah. So you hear there are, a handful, like I said, a handful of groups here. For the most part, most of the conversations don't seem to be as specific as what you're hoping for, but there are two that seem to be getting into that realm. One looks like a group of locals. They are referring to the dropouts in a very like self sort of way, like they are identifying themselves as dropouts. Okay. And the thing they're talking about is that some of their members have been going out sort of into the less safer areas to try and get resources. The going out to adventure, bring back resource sort of thing. But there have been a few that haven't been coming back, or they've been they're starting to get nervous, and they've noticed more and more of the dean's collections officers coming and going, and they're considering getting worried that they might have to go to war or something, which they're afraid of because they don't have that resource. Like if they could defend everyone.
Cranberry vodka, please.
You got it, honey.
Thanks.
And
like
it gives you a drink that's extremely tall. More cranberries than vodka, but it's there.
Okay, well, I mean, can you make it a double? Sorry.
He just gets you another glass and puts it next to her.
Oh, I just... okay. Can I just have a really big glass?
Yeah, of course. We cater to all sizes
really
here.
Small glass with just vodka, too. Sorry. Do you not know how? Are you new here? Like, is that what's happening? Are you new to this tavern establishment? Bartending?
They stutter for a moment, and their face kind of pops out, and you see behind them like metal and circuitry as their face, and they push it back, and they're like, I am a experienced and seasoned bartender. Thank you very much.
You know what? I used to work at Applebee's, so so I just kind of want to like, can I just give you some pointers on how I like it made, and how like, because this is not exactly, the glass is just too big even for a double. Like, you should, and just excuse me, and just like, did you even shake this? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be that kind of person. I really don't, honey. But I don't want you to get in trouble. I'm just here to help. So if you would just like me, can I just give you a pointer on?
God, I feel like I'm out with my mom.
We don't know how it
welcome this-
happens, but Ashlyn is suddenly behind the bar.
with like a big fake smile that is genuine enough. He goes, "I welcome your criticism."
Cool. So with my background, I do get like some sort of toolkit. Can I just have like a bartender toolkit to just be efficient in?
Oh, 100%, of course.
Awesome. What stat would you like me to roll for it? To make a
performance? I feel like fancy bartending is
Like
basically a
that?
performance.
So charisma.
Yeah.
Okay, so charisma. Okay. With my...
Otherwise, it'd be, I don't know, a chemistry check of some sort.
Yeah.
Dex.
Well, you can make it Dex, you can make it Int, you can make it, but I'm okay with charisma. It's one of my 18s. Okay, so
It's like that old Tom Cruise movie Cocktail. She's just flipping
Yes.
bottles around.
Okay, hold up. I gotta get an actual D20 because I don't have this on my sheet yet.
She actually calls it a Cuba Libre.
Yeah.
It's a twin.
While Ashlyn is doing this, what is Sam doing?
Sam has dropped her starry form, and so is back to looking like a very mundane human again in her normal clothes, and has been waiting for her opportunity to order. I think that having like nuclear fusion happening inside your body burns a lot of calories, so I think she is genuinely starving and sort of like off message in a sense, because she's so hungry and distracted. And so I think while this conversation starts to happen, she gets distracted by her phone. She checks her phone and discovers a new app that says "Find Familiar" on it. And so curiously, she presses it, and I like to imagine that a sort of just like digitizing hologram of like a lavender Maine Coon appears on the bar next to her.
Big foof.
Just the
Perfect.
biggest, floofiest pastel colored cat.
And I rolled a 25.
All right. So you make, first of all, delightful drink. And you are flashy as hell with it. You use your hooves and like you bounce this ice that's a giant chunk of ice, and you bounce it around with your hooves, cutting it into smaller pieces that you catch in the glass.
It becomes a perfect sphere.
Yeah.
Then you put the glass in your titties and just kind of, and it shakes.
Yes.
The bartender goes, I can do that. And he grabs the thing and just like a machine shakes.
Yes.
And his whole body spins like a blender at one point, which is just centrifuging the drink. But yeah, Sam, along with your cat that you summon, you notice as you're going through your apps, two things. One, you have a notification from the school board that's acknowledging that you have been given a quest and actually gave you a credit for having a combat encounter that you successfully succeeded.
Dope.
And then the other thing you notice is that there is another app that you have a vague recollection of called the Megadex.
Oh, this looks interesting. And I go ahead and open up the Megadex.
And you see essentially an encyclopedia that just openly scrolls, and as you look around, if you point it at someone, it'll tell you that person's level, any weaknesses they have, anything that it can scan and understand.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. I pointed at Ashlyn.
All right. So if you point at Ashlyn and it reads Centaur level 5, it puts out their class designation. Doesn't give you their features or their
Yeah.
skills. But
It very specifically says 3 fighter, 2 warlock. So yeah.
Fascinating. And I pointed to myself and I'm like, Circle of the Stars Druid. That's incredible. That sounds so cool.
Wonderful.
So now that I'm done with this drink, I'm not paying for it because I made it myself. So I'm just gonna take it to this table over here and talk to those people. But you don't have to worry. I am giving you a tip, but I made it myself. So
that seems completely fair.
Thank you. But it's okay because I'll ask for another one later. I probably still won't pay for that one because I'm going over to that table to go say hi to some new people because we are new. Sam, did you want a drink?
Oh, I'd like a Manhattan, please.
Oh, we're not gonna trust this man to make you a Manhattan. 19. I'm gonna show you how to make a Manhattan, which we're also not paying for since I'm making it.
Oh God, it is my mom.
Can I also get the charcuterie board? Thanks. I'll just be right
pay
there.
For that.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah,
he says, right.
I do kind of want to mosey to that table, and be like, "Hey, y'all, how are you doing? I hope I'm not interrupting. My friend Sam and I here. We're new to town, and y'all just seem like y'all know what y'all are doing here. Y'all seem like really nice people. I was just wondering, would you mind if we just joined you? I can't sit down, but I could still. Would it be okay? If not, it's okay. I understand. We're strangers."
One of the folks there is like, "Oh, of course. Welcome to the city.
Thank you so much.
If you want to sit down, we have accommodations for quadrupeds."
Well, it's not just that; it's actually very unhealthy for horses to sit and lay down. We could catch pneumonia or something. So it's why we sleep standing up. So I only do it at the utmost. I'm honestly not tired. I'm so strong, it is fine.
The other person, she's much smaller Asian girl. She's like, "Oh, that's so cool! Oh my God, I didn't know you could." And she starts talking for a couple minutes, mostly to herself. And the other guy, the very beautiful but very plump black elf.
Mm-hmm.
It's
my favorite kind.
He's so. Huh?
So my favorite kind of elf. Continue.
I'm not gonna
so he just asked, "Yeah, so are you guys new to town?"
We just got here today. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, welcome to Dropout City. It is it's up and coming, don't you know?
Yeah, I've kind of heard a little bit about it, when we first arrived. So what exactly so when you dropped out, did you drop out from the main establishment? Is that how that works?
That is correct, actually. We have chosen to cut our cord from the dean and his rule of law. We don't see eye to eye.
Can I ask you why? Sorry, you can go, Sam.
Oh, thanks. It's starting to sound like the school is just also the ruling body of this area. Is that correct?
Yes, indeed it is.
Okay, I hadn't picked up on that yet.
Yeah, it's hard when your governance is also what dictates whether you are a learned individual.
Gotcha.
In fact, we call ourselves the dropouts, but we are all well educated mostly.
Do y'all do sorry. Is this what's it called? Do y'all teach the trades in this city? Is that what happens?
Whenever possible, yes, we have
Okay.
multiple little communities that share their knowledge with one another. A lot of apprentices.
Speaking of, I couldn't help it over here. I got big ears after all. I couldn't help but kind of overhear that y'all were missing some people. What's going on?
That's unfortunate, but true.
Hmm.
Being down here, it's hard to get the resources we need unless we send some more capable fighters out to brave the beasts and gather materials. I mean, we have some druids who can grow us some foods and other things, but we don't have enough to really sustain the growth of our little city.
You need more goats? Is that the consensus?
Well, more goats is always great. They provide good resources for clothing, milk, and dairies, and yes.
So what you're saying? There's
Always.
a supply chain issue to the city.
Yes, strong supply chain issues, seeing as the dean controls all of them.
The supply chains. I see. Oh wow. So as you're sending off, so how many people are missing right now?
Currently, just 2, and we're not sure what happened to them. I personally don't trust the Jesus Squad myself.
Right.
Yeah,
What
they
were
seem
their
a little
names? What are the names of the
intense.
missing people?
Their names, were obviously Sam. Oh no.
There's more than one Sam in the world. It's okay.
No, that's for me. I'll fuck that up if I do. Let's go with Dominic and Jackson.
Dominic and Jackson. Okay, so out of characterly not gone. And they were like the best of the best, is what you're saying, and they're missing.
Yeah, they were our highest ranked rangers.
Oh no, rangers! I've never heard of Aragon getting lost before. That's terrifying.
Oh, when you say this, he perks up. You know the old media.
There's like a little blush on her face because she keeps trying to say she's not a nerd, but it's clear that she is.
I'm gonna real quick. I'm gonna roll insight.
Okay. What on?
I rolled a natural 20. So what happens is very slowly Sam turns to Ashlyn and just gets the slowest, biggest shit-eating grin.
Well, I did a stint at film. I changed my major so many times. That I did like a film thing, like a semester in film. And we, of course, we studied the old media in film. We like Citizen Kane, The Lord of the Rings, Michael Bay's Transformers.
Yeah. The X-Men.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Like, I'm sorry. What was your name again?
Oh, my name's Lou.
Lou. Okay, Lou. Hi, Lou. So I'm Ashlyn. So what happens when your best people get lost? Like, do the not best people go look for them?
Well, that's currently what we're considering, but we don't want anyone else to get, whatever happened.
Understandable.
But
it's true.
We can just leave them out there either.
That is true.
Well, I mean, I think we're on the same page, maybe, Ashlyn. That guy, Leonine creature, Brennan said that there was quest givers in the tavern as well. If this is a quest, maybe we can like officially help out while we're looking for the other kid.
I mean, maybe. Like I wouldn't want to take on a quest without consulting with everyone else first.
That's a very fair
as
point.
because we could get sidetracked with all of these side quests and just,
It's true.
just forget about the main thing, 30 hours later, and we're like, oh, wait a second, we had a story point to get through. But
Bethesda syndrome.
yeah, sorry. My last question for now, because I might just have more personal questions for you later. My last question was: do you know a young person by the name of Gorn?
Ooh, that name sounds familiar. And Erica, she chimes in. I know him. Yes, I saw him the other day. He was walking around trying to figure out if anyone would take him out to the wilds with him, but everyone said no, of course, because we're not gonna take a kid out there. That's super dangerous.
But you haven't seen him since. Now, was he asking to go to the wilds before or after your rangers went missing?
Before that was on the day they were heading out. It's only been gone a couple days, but we're only supposed to be out for 12 hours at a time due to the increased activity of monsters.
How much you want to bet that he found a way to sneak in with that ranger party, and the unexpectedness of his presence might be the reason that they're lost?
Lou chimes up. No.
I'm just saying, because here's what's up, because I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I'm very bad at lines. So we're actually on a quest ourselves to find Gorn. And the thing is I have a sneaking suspicion we're not the only ones. And someone just might have more nefarious needs. So like my brain, my little pea brain, she's just thinking, what if some adventurers who were trying to also find Gorn encountered them in the wilds with the rangers and just murked them? And yeah. I'm thinking this is getting really nefarious, Sam. Oh,
you
man.
think people just murk each other here?
I mean,
Lou
they were gonna
murk
that poor man in the street earlier.
Yeah, but I thought Elle was just having a bad day. Yeah.
In this world, that is very possible.
Gosh.
But again, I have faith in our friends. But if you guys would be willing to take on this quest, I understand you want to talk with your allies, but we would really appreciate it.
I'll tell you what. If this quest is somehow connected to our quest, we'll keep an eye out for your rangers. And if we complete it, even without the acceptance, you could still pay us.
We'll discuss that when it's completed.
Well, I mean, like I said, if that's not how this works, but okay. Well, I don't know about you, but my cranberry vodka is gone. How's your Manhattan? Is it going to? Yep, mine
in a flash.
I hear some people are gonna go talk to some fays, so I'm gonna go find them. Thank you so much, Lou and Erica. I don't know if Kat wants to do anything, but the horse is
that's totally great.
All right.
It's just sitting there like, I guess I have to go too.
You don't have to go nowhere. Yeah. So does that mean Ashlyn is going to join the others at the Fae?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna go. Well, they were supposed to meet us here. Shit. So I'm just gonna go back to the bar then.
Okay.
I'm just done talking to these people, and just now people approach me to talk to me. That's how this works. So, and to Kat too. But
Sam is very happy to let Ashlyn have the spotlight in that regard.
I'm pretty sure not wearing clothes will get you a lot of spotlight.
Yeah.
As a horse. Anyway, I'm done.
Someone does come up to talk to you. He's a real scrawny, kind of sickly looking guy, but then he flexes and he's incredibly muscular. He's like,
He just
Hi.
inflates.
yeah. And he tries to flirt with you.
No.
He deflates, like literal air comes out of his mouth. Fair enough.
Slam the
Uh,
door.
That works here. I'm like literally surprised. Well, like to be fair, I don't actually have people that come up to me at the bar in the real world, so.
All right, Sam, is there anything you'd like to do before we transition?
I think Sam is actually going to post herself up in a corner and be like on her phone, and I want to try and like do the thing where you look through your familiar's eyes and see if I can send this kitty cat out on a little wander to see to hear any other like interesting conversations in the bar that.
Okay. Yeah, as your little cat is pulling around, roll a perception through your kitty.
Sure.
I guess.
I have to use the cat stats, right, for the familiar?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yes.
All right, cat.
For the physical
They said.
senses, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Your mental
I know
stats
that.
are the same, though.
Turns out if you Google Cat 5e, the first thing that comes up is Ethernet cable, which is not. Let's do it again,
Checks out.
John.
I'm actually an old 20
Okay.
right now, so I could probably just look it up real fast.
No, it's just a +1.
Gotcha.
That's okay. Let me do that.
He does have keen
14.
smell.
So 14 perception, and if something smells,
For
Then he
the
has
record,
advantage.
the
Mhm.
cat is a +3 to perception.
oh, look at that. Yes, it is.
Mhm.
Thanks. So 16.
Okay. Yeah, with a 16, especially since it's a cat and it can get a lot closer, it can definitely get a bit more information without being noticed pretty easily. You and with its sense of smell, you do notice two things.
Mhm.
One, you overhear a small conversation with a group of 3 hooded individuals. They're wearing these black cloaked with hoods, and they all seem to have some sort of mask on. And they're talking to each other about the god shards, mentioning that one of them is in this city. It seems to be what's keeping the monsters out.
Oh.
And they seem to be very interested in it. But before you can get too much more information about it, your cat senses a bit of something strange as they smell these people. There's one who is kind of old, lanky looking man. You're not sure, but they have a mask. Do you know those funny Japanese like festival masks that are like these red face dudes with big cheeks with the mouths that points out real far?
I think so.
Yeah, he has one of those on, but you can see through the hole of the mouth their nose is poking through.
Okay.
And when your cat smells them, your kitty shudders and you feel a cold run through them into you.
Oh.
A fear of something too big.
Okay.
I believe those are called plague doctor masks.
No. No, it's
Okay.
much more comical.
Oh, okay.
But it's like that feeling where you like go outside into cold air and inhale, and like the inside of your sinuses get really cold and like tighten up, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, have you ever breathed in cold so quickly that it hurts your chest almost? That's what you feel.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that, as the bartender pours a bit of drink for someone,
Poorly,
the scene
probably.
transitions. The scene transitions, and that pour of drink turns into a creek, which Elle and Ezra are following. You're being guided by Brennan right now as he's taking you to where the Fae like to like to fay it up.
Sure.
Is there anything you'd like to do with one another, say to one another before you get there?
Wonder what the Fae are like.
Probably somewhat magical beings.
Well, obviously that, but like, I wonder if they're gonna have courts like in the stories and stuff like that.
Sounds like they're more industrial in this particular cosmology. But who's to say?
So as you reach sort of this really beautiful, like everything around you has been very rocky, muddy, some bit of greenery, but like not enough to really do much other than hold the area from, mudsliding. Like there's just enough topology to keep things safe, but not enough to be scenery. But then you reach this little opening, and there is a arch made of tree trunks, and beyond it is almost as if it's a different day. Like it is beautiful and lush greenery.
Whoa, cool.
This is a little cliche.
You know what? I want to check this out. I'm gonna use identify on the doorway.
All right.
And let's say I like pull out like my phone and ritual cast it.
Sounds good. Yeah, what you find is that this doorway has a magical incantation on it. When you walk through it, if you are there to do something malicious, it sounds an alarm and makes everyone inside of it disappear.
Oh, that's really cool. Just don't think any like hurtful thoughts about the people who would live here, and we should be fine. And then I just walk in.
Why are there fantasy metal detectors? But whatever. Let's say hi to these folk.
Yeah.
All right. As you approach, as you go through the doorway, you come out on the other side, and you realize that this beautiful scenery was just for show. It's nicer than the era before. It's more lush, but it's not quite that. And you see just groups of fairies and gnomes and all sorts of different fae as they go about doing something industrious. They're really taking care of business. And you see one fella, he's this little fairy man who is roughly like a foot tall, giant beer belly, balding hair. And he's like, all right, guys, we got to hurry up. We only have so much time. If we don't get this done, this reality might just fucking... And he's just yelling at people and trying to get everyone to move stuff around.
I'm sorry. What you can... What was that?
Oh, who the hell are you guys? Who let you in here? This is a construction zone.
We're just here to check constructing? Things out. Yeah.
Newcomers. We are constructing the glue, the bridge that holds this reality together. Do you not know anything?
Not really. No.
Not so much as you notice. Yeah.
Do you need help?
Unless one of you is a fae, I don't think you'll really be able to participate in the building.
Pretty sure I'm not.
Well,
I have no idea what I am, but yeah, cool.
Well, we can always do a little test to find out. And he takes a couple rocks and throws them at you guys. And
I would like to use Mage Hand to catch one of the rocks.
Sure.
I'm gonna step out of the way of the rock. It's like what?
Yours lands on the ground harmlessly, and you go to catch your rock with your fey hand, with your mage hand, and it falls right through.
Oh.
But it does hit you, and he's like, "Oh, wow! I guess you are fey." our construction material, like we can only we can really interact with it. So you have to have some Fey lineage, I suppose, or something adjacent. Well, I mean, so if you want to get to work, our rates are incredibly low right now. I'm sorry, but there is a bit of a
No,
crunch.
rates don't matter. I will be back to help for sure. Right now we are in the middle of something. But yeah, I will definitely run back over here because I am really curious to know what this means.
Of course, of course. If you want to talk with HR, Helen, she's more likely to let you know about everything you gotta know. She's the people person. I'm just here to get the work done.
That is what HR does. What? How much do you know about the world that we came from?
Oh, you must be heroes. I see. Yeah, I know quite a bit. I have no specific voice for this character. I keep fucking fluctuating because I'm so bad at voices.
It's Faye.
Fine. Yeah.
Of course. I mean, we're Faye. This is our job. We make sure that there is a cohesive underlying what do you call membrane. We make sure that the meniscus of the universal organism is in place to keep everything from sliding apart.
Like pea
So
brains.
if there's what?
Don't worry about it.
So yeah, I know just about everything of your reality, quote unquote, depending on if you're talking about that of the magic or that of the, well, I don't want to say mundane. That seems a little rude, but non-magic.
It is quite rude, yes. Do you know how we've come to be here?
Did you not see?
Seeing and understanding are different things.
Of course. Well, what you saw, if I'm not sure how long ago it was for you, but that was the god Julius, the Lord of the Void, of what isn't when there is nothing, of the things that always have been, a true reality. And he,
Sure.
for the most part, is the caretaker of existence, making sure that different ones have their own space. And we help maintain that boundary. But his brother...
Okay. I'm just like, okay, that's interesting, but who was the dude that broke the world with his
I think he was
body?
getting to that.
I was young Mechlord. That was his brother Ishvar. Bit of a little trickster and a right pain in the ass.
Also, I'm not a mech. A mech would imply that I am a organic creature piloting. Continue. Sorry.
Very well. But now he seemed to have played a little prank on Julius, but that prank went very awry, and it seems that he fell to reality, which he should not be here. And when he fell, he didn't just fall in one reality; he fell on at least two, and they seem to have fused into whatever the hell this monstrosity is.
Interesting.
Very.
I'm gonna try
peanut butter cup situation.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and pick up the rock that was thrown at me. Like just
Your hand
step
goes right
over,
through
reach
it.
out, and pick it up. Neat.
I'll pick it
That's
up.
very
I'll pick
unusual.
up the rock that hit me, and then
Yeah.
I just start tossing it into the air and catching it. Cool.
Yeah. Look at that. Another Fae. We could always use more.
Something
Yeah.
about yes, another one of the good Fae. I just makes me feel icky.
Well, I mean, there are Fae who like to work and keep the world together, and there are some who like to go and gallivant. And he just only likes the ones that come to work.
Mhm.
He's a foreman. What do you want?
Mhm. I'm gonna go ahead and go talk to that HR person now. Thanks for the words.
Of course. All right. And turns around and immediately starts yelling again. What are you guys doing? This is taking too long. And he goes off.
I know the type. They're always fucking assholes. And as I'm walking away.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you're heading off to HR, and as you're doing so, you realize that pretty much everyone here is genuinely working. They, as far as you can tell, they're just filling in gaps in the ground with rocks and digging up other places. Like, it makes no sense as to how this is construction or how it's helping in any way. But they seem to think that it's saving or keeping the world together. And you eventually do find Helen. She is at a little floating desk that seems to be attached to her as she's doing her paperwork, going around and give people citations when she needs to, and otherwise telling people like, you can't do that, honey. You know that's not acceptable. You can't wear necklaces in this workstation. Like, she's a pretty exasperated lass.
Wow. Okay.
That desk seems
I'm
very
liking
uncomfortable.
This, Hi, how are you?
Oh dear. Please do not sneak up on people. It is it's another workplace violation.
That wasn't my intention. I do apologize for startling you. I just didn't know how to get your attention, so I thought I would say hi.
Okay, fair enough. I'm sorry. It's been a rough day. We've been working for 365 hours straight, and I'm still another 120 hours before my break. Oh gosh, I can't wait for the day to be over.
How long is a day exactly?
Roughly 1,000 hours.
Interesting.
That's a long day. How many days do people typically live for?
Oh, 525,600 days.
Minutes. Sorry.
That seems like a lot.
How does one measure time in this extraplanar space?
I mean, the same way everybody does, I suppose. It's measured by the amount of energy that goes through this, and she points to the gate siphon.
So you're measuring the rate of oscillation of that magical doorway there.
That sounds right to me.
Makes sense.
So, you two don't seem to be from around here. What are you looking for?
Well, I just found out I might be part Fae, and I want to see what's going on with that personally.
Oh, okay. She sort of stands up from her desk, and it disappears, and she lands on the ground. And she comes up to you. It's like, okay, so we can do a little procedure to sort of figure out what your faeness is all about. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm going to touch you right here. She points at your knee.
Okay.
The left knee is the most detailed location in a face body, tells you everything you got to know. And she takes her tiny little...
I'd like to roll insight on this.
Okay. Go for it.
That's just an 18.
She seems confident. Whether that means she's right, who knows. But she seems confident.
She definitely believes in herself.
I'm inclined to trust her.
Yeah, why not?
So she does this little thing, and she starts to, kind of not massage your kneecap or anything, but like just kind of feel the grooves. Like, all right, like she's reading your palm, but it's your kneecap. And then she kind of gasps, "Wait, I know you.
You know me?
Sorta. You're one of the sisters. Oh, gosh, I don't remember. I don't remember what your names were.
Well, I'm
God.
Elle.
That sounds right. Oh, yes. I remember you. You were the problem one. You were a set of twins from. But then, oh my gosh, you nearly ate your entire alternate realities. Like, I understand that sometimes in the
What?
womb things happen, but like, jeepers, you were ravenous.
What? What?
Please
what's part-
explain.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then she, kind of acting as though she's confused as to what's confusing you. She's like, you were a twin, two. One was big,
Yeah.
one was small.
That's
You ate-
not.
You went to consume the other one, like sometimes twins do. But then the frequency of the universal constant matched that of the other universe in which you other self existed, and you ate your mundane selves half, and then fused that moment of reality together, and we're gonna eat everyone else in there, but we couldn't let that happen because sort of like now when two things are one thing, that's not okay. That's two things can't exist in the same space.
What?
I mean, they can, but
They're not supposed to.
they might take force damage and be shunted to nearest space.
Can I make like an intellect saving throw or something?
You sure can.
I think it's called a wisdom save.
Yeah,
That's the
that's a
one.
wisdom save. Yeah, for
Or
sure.
an int save.
No, this affects the soul.
That's like a solid 9.
Nice.
All right. With a 9, you are for a brief moment inundated with memories from a mundane life in a magical world, but also you feel and sense the life of someone that seems real familiar to you. They seem sort of like your sister, like they remind you of them, but they seem stuck, trapped in darkness, and that switches instantaneously to nothing. And then you flash back as your head starts to hurt. It's a bad day. Take 1d4 damage.
Oh.
You said how much?
1d4.
Okay.
Psychic damage, I'm assuming?
Hey, that's
Yes.
4.
No.
Isn't that beautiful?
First damage I took yet.
Are you okay?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. This hurts. Oh, I don't really understand what's going on. This seems how
You need like some Excedrin? You keep clutching your head. I don't.
Oh, I don't know. I like this doesn't feel real. This doesn't feel real. Yeah,
Yes.
I
That is
need some
correct.
air. I need some air. I'm gonna go outside for a minute.
Turns around and say, we're already outside. We're not in a building.
Whatever.
As you guys are leaving, Helen stops Ezra for a moment, and it's just like, "Hey, so she might have a little bit of trouble. She lived for a long while with pieces of others. So now that she's just herself, it might be a little weird sometimes. Keep an eye on her, okay? Also, remind her to drink at least 3 quarts of water with a pinch of sugar in it.
I'm not gonna ask. Sure. Will do. Helen.
All right, you're a good lad. Get out of here.
Sure.
No, seriously, get out. We're not supposed to have visitors.
No, get out.
I assume it's a workplace hazard. Yeah, checks out.
All
We'll
right.
leave.
So, how about we take a brief intermission as everyone's resolved their bits and pieces?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds great.
Sounds good.
All right,
Good.
we're gonna take about a 10-minute break, and we will be back after bios. See you soon.
After these messages.
Mm-hmm. And we are back, everyone. Hello, we have returned after our break. And things are happening.
Things have happened.
I have.
Yeah, I'd say things have happened.
So, everyone completed their little personal assignments, and I believe the plan was to meet back up at the tavern.
Yes.
For those of you who aren't currently in there, as you're walking up, you see that the name of the tavern is The Tavern.
That checks out.
And as you come in, why don't you two tell me what they see as they enter through the doors?
Go ahead, Sam.
Well, as you come in, there is a minor commotion going on, and Sam and Ashlyn have begun teaching, have totally taught everybody in the tavern how to play beer pong. And so they have arranged enough tables in a long line, and there's cups at both ends, and just like a small stone or something. They found something about
It's
the
a
size
ping
of a
pong
ping.
ball. It is 100%.
That's true.
We found it. Oh, we got it from the youth center. Someone got it. And was it Lou probably just like makes like makes his thing, and you just go, yeah, good job. Yeah. Oh look, it's our friends.
Hey guys,
Hi. Would you come join us? We could use
you
someone
gotta
on our
meet these
team.
guys.
Seems
He's
very unsanitary.
I don't
Oh,
think you're supposed to drink out of cups.
You're supposed to drink out of the cups.
What else would you drink out of? Come on.
You just get like a beer and then you just fill the other thing. Look,
Yeah, if you fill them with water, it's a lot more sanitary, and then you can have drinks set off to the side.
This is like a generational line that is happening right here.
Oh my god,
People started-
y'all, we legitimately live in a magical world, okay? If anyone is gonna catch something, it's gonna be from something biting you, okay? Like, come on, we can, it's fine. Besides, it's not beer that's in these cups.
I need to sit down anyway for a minute. I need to sit down for a
Lou,
minute.
could you just be a darling, and could you go get my friend Ailes a Moscow? It looks like she needs it.
yeah, I think we should get like a bigger
Probably,
table.
yes. That would be correct.
Don't
we should
worry,
get, like,
Ailes,
a
I
bigger
got
table.
you, honey.
We should get a bigger table near the beer pong table, I guess, because like obviously Sam and Ashlyn are just gonna be running this shit for a hot minute. Sorry, earmuffs, Gail.
And some milk
Gail-
for the child.
Gail is giggling the whole time, just like adults being stupid. It's fun.
That's
That
right.
checks out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're real dumb. It's kind of funny. We're
So
gonna
I
take this
think
here.
as I sit down, I begin like just nervously like taking stock of myself, and I am going to like cast identify on all of the shit that I have that like is confusing to me. That way I can actually get a list of everything. You see her identify her dress, a glass vial she finds in her purse, the mirror, and what's the other thing?
Do you have the spell slots for all of that?
Well, I'm saying I'm ritual casting.
Oh,
it,
you ritual.
like
so it takes
10
a while.
minutes at a time.
Yeah,
it
just
takes
like
a while.
the
Yeah.
whole time that we're gonna have our meeting, you're just like,
I'm just sitting there. I don't want to interact with the world right now. I am feeling distraught, and I am doing something to calm my
poor
nerves.
Elle. Like,
Aw.
it's
There's
all-
some very weird quantum things that have occurred concerning Elle.
What do you mean
Al,
by that?
what is
Ezra? Oh,
what is your passive perception?
My passive is 14.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, I rolled a 1. You see over in the corner some cloaked figures one of which is peering over to you, like specifically you. They have, since you walked in, locked on you. They are wearing a mask, and it's currently sort of a like raven style mask with one eye cut out, but you can't really make out, any features from that. Yeah, that is, they're not doing anything, but they are intently observing you. But as this is happening, Lou comes up with the drinks that you requested. And it's like, all right, so is this the rest of your party?
Yeah, but we're having a private conversation now.
Well, that's great for you, but I seriously need to talk to you guys about the potential to participate in our quest.
Yeah. I was gonna do that. I'm capable of that. I've got all of the information, Lou.
Sure.
Can we
kindly enlighten us?
Like Lou,
Lou.
Don't you are you trying to tell us what to do? We've only known each other for an hour.
Well, the thing is, I don't trust you, even a little bit. You have a nice smile and a fun attitude, but that's about all I got from you so
then,
far.
Lou, you can get the fuck out of here. If you don't trust me, why do I want to hang out with you?
You don't have to hang out with me.
Then bye.
There's.
I believe the man is going to pay us for our quest.
As she said this, I'm like, Derek. Hi.
Hi. Listen.
She's a firecracker.
No, it's fine. I understand. I'm being very blunt, and it's very rude. I understand. Here's the thing. Some of my friends might be dead, and we're trying to establish a quest as is per the norm. You talked to us about it earlier, and then you gave us we'll do it if we feel like it, and then you'll pay us. And that's not okay with me. And that's not okay with what little resources we have.
Time out. You are... Do not lie. Okay? Do not lie about that. The thing that I said... Thank you very much. And she's a little intoxicated, so she's gonna be a little white girl texting mad right here. Okay, the thing that I said was that if our quest that we already took on coincides with your quest, it is a possibility that we might be able to complete it even without taking it. Okay, and then we'll talk to you about it if that happens. Okay, that was what I said. So don't misconstrue my words as if I'm some sort of mistrusting bad person, because I am not that. Thank you very much. I helped make all of these drinks here. Okay, so I taught you how to play beer pong, and you didn't seem worried about your friends then. So if you don't
I am
mind,
staring. I am staring at
look
Ezra.
For your friends, Lou.
I was staring at Ezra like, please help.
We'll look for your friends. If you could just enlighten us on the circumstances of their disappearance.
I was gonna do it. I didn't need his help. Okay, and she just kind of sips a drink.
As this sort of finishes, Sam comes around and flops into a seat at the table on Ezra's other side and says, "It's sort of like the other kid we're missing for. Sounds like people have been going out on adventures to try and solve some really, frankly, troubling infrastructure problems in this city for supplies, and haven't been coming back."
What kind of supplies do they need?
I think all kind of supplies. I don't think there's industry or construction. I think they're going out to
there's
lumber,
magic.
logging. I mean, my guy, there's still the conversion of matter, energy, something's got to come from something else.
Oh, so it's I watched it a while ago.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can't magic your way into irrigation. You kind of have to plan that.
Exactly.
Sure. Okay, so the circumstances of your friend's disappearance.
It's simple. They had a task. Their task is to go out further into the ravine and try to both scout what dangers exist and see if there are any resources that we might be able to mine. There's a lot of crystals in the area that we use and imbue with magic. and that seems to be the primary source that we've been able to use to keep things going. But we have very specific rules about time spent outside of town. There's a lot of monsters around here. Most of the times they're usually stuck in the enchanted forest, but down here they're more likely to just be. And
Is there a forest down here?
no,
Okay.
that's the magic barrier up there that they use to keep the beast away.
Right. Do you know approximately where they went other than just further in the ravine?
Yes. Do you have a map? I could mark where they were supposed to be going.
I've got. Hold on. I reach into the handy haversack, and I'm like, map. And I reach in and pull out the map of. Hold on, let me see where this the map of life that I had the living map, and I go, hey, map man, you want to help me out here real quick?
All right. The very exasperated face comes up. Roll charisma check.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna give him guidance.
Hey, what's that do again?
When they start
Add
talking
the
to the map,
D4.
I'd like to click detect thoughts onto the person who's been mean mugging me since I walked in.
Do it. Is there a roll for that or anything?
Not for surface thoughts. If I decide to dive deeper, they need to succeed a wisdom saving throw.
And I got a 17.
Okay. So the map is a little disgruntled still. There's like, oh, well, what the hell do you want? Fine. You need a map? I'm your map.
Listen, I understand it can be quite frustrating to feel like you only have one certain purpose in life, but we're just kind of like trying to work with you, man. All right. Maybe we can talk about your other dreams and aspirations after we're done. Besides
They roll
being a map.
they raspberry at you and just
Okay.
become
All right.
a real map.
Trying to be a genuinely kind person, but whatever.
As their face fades away from the physicality, the 3D topography of it, it becomes a very detailed map of this entire ravine. And Lou marks a spot on the map as to where they were supposed to go.
Is it like a very lush, like forest and?
No, it's actually an area near a. We were investigating essentially sewage runoff from the university. It seems that some of the things that they're getting rid of is causing some excessive overgrowth of certain mushrooms, which on one hand might be very dangerous, but these mushrooms are also pretty useful. So we're hoping to learn more about what was going on there.
Okay.
I like the mushrooms that are. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Magic mushrooms, man. They're super useful.
Yes.
That they are. Before we like fully take on everything, I kind of think we as our group need to have a conversation. But I do empathize with you, and I do kind of want to help you out. You seem like a nice fella and everything. As soon as we discuss it and come to an agreement, I will be the first person to let you know how we lean. Okay.
Yeah, because he better
Okay.
not talk to me.
Ashlyn.
Okay.
Nothing but wonderful to this man. He coming in here to me.
Like I said, she's a little wound, a little tight sometimes.
I was
Excuse
very
you,
rude.
sir. I don't need you to give excuses for my attitude.
I'm not giving excuses. Hell, I'm not even saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that you know it happens. All right.
You don't need to apologize for me because I'm not sorry, so I'm not apologizing. So I don't need you to apologize.
Right.
Are there any make not drunk spells? I'm gonna start sifting through my note cards.
Lou walks away, and back to Elle real quick. You did detect thoughts, right? You hear it's like it's a voice. You hear their voice talking to themselves, like, "Oh God, what the fuck is she doing here? She's not supposed to be here." I thought I didn't think I was gonna have to fucking deal with this, and that seems to be kind of the theme of this person's thoughts.
I dive deeper.
Yes.
Oh.
All right, so I need to make a wisdom check, right?
Yeah, that's 16 right now because I'm not currently equipped to the thing that boosts that.
Okay. It's all right. Wisdom's not her forte, but let's. Okay. God damn it! It's a 5.
Suck it.
I'm switching out my dice.
I was about to say, to be fair to the DM, he does have a natural 20 for
I
the
was
day.
gonna say you do have that in your pocket.
He has 2 nuts, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save it for the chance to hurt you physically very bad.
Oh no.
It's okay.
Fair enough.
You got to use it to hurt us emotionally. That's the real trick.
Oh, I'm hurting
But no.
myself emotionally.
This is you see, because as you delve deeper, you don't just hear her thoughts, you sort of start to experience them. You experience a memory that seems to be driving these aggressive thoughts, and you see yourself from like they're looking up at you slightly. You're in a hospital room, and you're talking to this person about the music that she wrote and that you're excited to perform it, and you know some of this stuff, and that's it. It breaks off real quick. So
I go back to my task.
cool.
Do I notice Elle reacting in any way? Like, does Elle look like she's having?
I think like once seeing that, she just makes a thoughtful look for like half a second and then just turns back to what she's doing. So like if you're not specifically looking at her or paying attention, you wouldn't notice
I'm trying
anything.
I'm trying to gauge where she was looking, not like if she was just catching a bad vibe from somebody.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you're looking for, then you saw her like look around, and you see these kind of weird folks in the corner. One of which is peering at your group, as far as you can tell. But there's been no aggressive actions taken.
And when Derek Sam notices that with Derek, and the pastel kitty cat jumps up on the table to sort of like take a seat, Sam leans over and says, "Actually, I listened in on that group earlier. They know something about the God shards, and about how there's like one in here in the city. You remember what that frog guy was telling us?"
Oh right, I kind of forgot
Sorry.
about that.
Yeah, can you explain God shards again? I am not thinking clearly.
Yeah. It you remember we saw that that dude fall out of the sky when we first got here?
He is a god of chaos, apparently. Just had this conversation with some construction workers.
Yeah, it sounded like and the frog guy told us that like he shattered, and there were like different pieces. We had to assemble something back together. His heart. We have to put his heart back together.
Yes.
And so one of those shards is apparently in the city and is being used to keep monsters away. And those jabronis want it.
If they want it, we may have the same goals.
Yeah, but I get a real bad vibe from them.
Yeah, because
Or at least Polaris here did.
I tend not to put my trust in vibes.
Also, everyone, I have a cat now, apparently. Her name is
that
Polaris.
a cat? Cats
I mean,
don't
like,
usually come in that color.
She's cat-shaped.
I do see your point.
I use speech of the woods
Mhm.
again unconsciously, and I go, "Hi, kitty. What's your name?"
Does your cat have a name?
I just called her Polaris. I have not. I don't know if you want to make it like a full Luna's Sailor Moon type thing of have the cat start talking to be like, Princess, you have to do this.
No!
Um,
If I know, I mean yes.
as you speak to the cat in cat tongue, it looks at you and then out loud to everybody else, what the hell is he talking?
Oh, you can speak regular. Okay.
Why
Wait,
were you
what?
just meowing at that cat?
I like to meow.
Wait,
Oh,
I
no,
yelled
I'm
at
a
the cat?
Because you were beast speaking at the cats.
Yeah. Did I meow at the cat?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
My God, my cat can
What?
talk.
Your hair's still purple.
Oh, this is really interesting. I cut my finger a little bit and put some droplets of blood into that glass vial I identified and put it around my neck.
Sounds good.
Are you? Is this like a wait a
Are
second?
you okay over there?
Is that like do we need to have an intervention? Is that
Oh no!
are you harming yourself, El?
I'm
have a talking
literally,
cat.
like identifying all of this stuff. I can do it for y'all too. This actually says that to attune to it, it will actually make like it harder to resist my magic. And to attune to it, I have to put a couple drops of my blood in there, according to this identification thing that I got pulled up.
Sure, but drinking the fucking whiskey out of the bar cup is too unsanitary.
That's also real unsanitary, to be clear.
Did
Both
you
of these things are
actually-
bad.
Biohazard central.
Actually,
Yeah, but
did
it's
you
her
know?
blood.
Did you know that bourbon is one of the healthiest drinks for you because it's an antiseptic, which is why we were playing not beer pong but bourbon pong.
That explains a lot of what's going on here, actually. So
Back to
I
the
guess-
cat.
yeah. You can talk like normal? You're a cat.
Yeah.
Is this a thing all animals can do here, or is that just a you thing?
I have not met any other animals here, actually. So I don't know.
Do you
Yeah,
know
I just pushed a button on my
and/or
phone and
have
she
a
appeared.
name?
Wait, your phone made something appear?
Yes. I had a new app.
That's
How do
that's
you
always
get-
gonna do that.
App updates so there's no Wi-Fi.
My
Is
guy,
there Wi-Fi?
that's a good question. No, but I have full bars for some reason, which is weird.
What is Wi-Fi
Huh.
except for magic in the air?
It's not that, but okay.
No, everyone knows it's a series of tubes. That's a
Yeah,
very old
that
joke
is what
for.
it is.
It's true. There's just turtles all the way down, I think.
Yeah.
So
At this point, Gail pipes up and is just like, "What are you talking about? What? What?"
Keep your headphones on, child. You don't need to hear any of this. Drink your milk.
I pull out a stone tablet and give it to her and be like, just play your games. I kind of sit down and go, okay, this might just be a me thing, but I think this place is kind of really fucked up.
Oh, for sure, my guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Right.
have to agree.
Like, I feel like the structures that are in place here do more harm than good. So
Mhm.
therefore,
Oh, you mean socially? I mean, maybe, I don't know.
okay, I have to get this off my chest because I keep thinking about it.
Mhm.
Ezra, how you went from a flesh and blood human being to I don't know how to address
A robot.
your current. I feel like robots like derogatory in some way. or, like-
Android.
well, he might be an
Cyborg.
iPhone product. Well, that
Cyborg has a
implies it.
living component, though.
That is true.
Almost certain I'm not an Apple product.
Like
Almost.
Well, you seem to be working a little too good for that.
that's true, and you're not breaking in like 3 months. But
Mhm.
do you feel different or anything or what?
I mean, I really do miss having nerve endings for the most part. So yes, I do feel quite different. Note, There's not a hint of sarcasm in,
No,
his, in his voice.
That's the reason why Derek looks at him and goes, all right.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It does. Did y'all find anything out? Like, I know y'all pretty much stayed here all day, but about
I
the
found out
structure?
about the creepos.
That's right. We
Yeah,
found out
like,
about.
The thing is that we didn't get a chance to tell you what we found out because Lou interrupted when I was going to talk to you about what we found out. Like, that was why I'm mad, because I had things that I wanted to tell you, and someone decided that they were going to do it for me, and I just don't like that because I am capable.
Well, Ashley, how about you tell me right now? That make you feel better?
No, because I'd just be repeating myself and you'd just be getting the same information.
But we might be getting your perspective on it, which will change things.
Okay. Listen, so this is what I'm kind of feeling about what's going on here. So we came in, I'm eavesdropping, right? And my big old floofy ears picks up that these people over here, they're dropouts. Lou and them, they're all dropouts. And their rangers went missing. But before they went missing, Gorn went missing. And Gorn was looking for people who was going to take him out into the forest for, you know, Paylor knows why. Okay? Who the fuck's Paylor? And so we just... here's what's up. So you have the Rangers that went in. Gorn went in, the Rangers went in, and the Rangers went missing, Gorn went missing. And the thing is, it's like, how much do you just want to bet that Gorn's daddy has more than one group looking for him?
I mean, it makes sense.
And something in them woods happened, and maybe the Rangers were like, nah, you can't take this child. This child don't want to go with you. Maybe things got a little nasty. That's all I'm saying, because Gorn's not a Ranger. Gorn probably just like hid and tagged along with the Rangers, and then Gorn was found, and then a fight happened. I'm just saying, I think it's connected. That's what I was saying.
It's like a boxcar child situation. He just stowed away. That's a really old series of books.
Yeah, basically like a train hobo, you know.
Oh, I knew a lot of street kids. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, and actually, it's funny you said that because, like, when me and Elle were hanging out at the youth center, they kind of talked about that. Like, he didn't really want to go home, right? Like, that's kind of the vibe you got. At least it's the vibe I got.
That's definitely the vibe I got. It seems like his dad's trying to force him to be something he's not, and it's honestly kind of painful.
Yeah.
And that tracks, because it also turns out, I don't know, maybe I was slow on the pickup. It turns out it's not just that school, that college. It's not just a college. It's the government. It's the man. It's like the end all be all. So,
God, it's Hogwarts.
Yeah, that's why. That's why
we do not speak the names of turf creations in here.
Oh God, it's pig pimples.
There we go.
It's if you ever think about that series, you know, it's kind of weird. Like, one little school that teaches all the children. It's kind of like the Illuminati.
Like, first of all, can we just talk about how like that series completely overshadowed the one true god of young adult novels, which is Animorphs? Like,
I agree. I kind of like Animorphs. Kind of get to
Animorphs was pretty good. Yeah, I really liked it.
Animorphs was too dramatic for me. Give me a Bruce Covell novel any day. Bruce Covell. That was he wrote all the books that were like My Teacher is a Space Alien or Jeremy Thatcher Dragon Hatcher. All kinds of
not enough trauma. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
anyway.
it's weird. Those Animorphs books were like, you know, you could change it to a goat.
Yeah, you can.
And then
do you want to? Can you change into a goat?
I hold on. Let me try.
Come on, change it to a goat.
All right, hold on. Let me think about it for a second.
Okay.
Goat, and then I'll use wild shape to change to a goat.
Is it cheer around the table?
I I'm gonna pick up and hug the goat. You did
Derek,
it!
Derek, you're adorable. I can't stand it.
I love goats so much, and I'm gonna put you down.
Has anyone else got anything they'd like me to look at as long as I'm doing this?
No, I think it's just my phone and
I clicky clack my hooves.
All right.
the fancy coat. Oh my gosh.
With you?
Oh my gosh. You guys could do a little routine. Be so cute.
If you
I'm
could
getting
turn
off
into a
track.
goat, you could probably even turn into like a pony too, and like we could like have we could just perform a pony show. Wait.
Mhm.
All right. We're getting sidetracked here. Let's circle back. So it sounds like we're in agreement that we're going to go out into the ravine to look for this kid, and by proxy, the two other missing adventurers, because we are kind of presuming that they are together, which I think sounds like a good plan. Also, will let us kind of continue to work within the structures and laws of like the school up there. If we have to go back up to the school up there for anything, we'll still be like students in good standing, right? Because we're kind of completing their quests.
Yes.
Even though, I'll be honest, that place seems like bad news based on
I'd
everything
like
we've learned
to-
so far.
It
I'd
kind of
like
does.
to examine the people in control of the university to see
Mhm.
exactly what's going on with their intentions.
I mean, it certainly doesn't seem good based on.
I mean, I am in good standing with the university head medical officer, so maybe I could use that connection to but I don't know like what the medical officer's standing in, and the thing is that I don't want to lose that connection, so I have to make sure that he's on our side and that. But I mean, that is just an opening.
What
Yeah.
do you mean by good standing?
Oh, he's my benefactor.
I see.
Drops wild shape. Sorry.
Oh, hey, welcome back.
Ugh, it tastes weird. I wouldn't recommend that.
It probably tastes weird because you have different sort of taste buds that exist.
Goats can eat
so-
anything.
That's true. I did start looking
They
at
do.
trash.
Yes.
So while you guys are talking, two things happen. One,
God.
the small Asian girl comes up and is just like, "Hey, so just wondering where you guys are at with your discussion."
Wow, pushy.
I mean, they're
Yes,
just upset and like they're concerned for their friends. I think we can extend a little grace for at least a moment. If you,
We have a lot of problems to work through.
My grace is physical.
I mean, you are grace personified, my darling, magnificent as ever.
Absolutely.
That seems like an overstatement.
It
Yeah.
seems like an understatement to me.
Like a mid statement, I think.
All right, but I think I think it's safe to say, and Sam sort of turns to Erica. Yes, go. We're in. Go tell Lou we're in.
Okay. The most we can offer you is about 100 gold and a couple credits towards your majors. Thank you.
I have no concept for money here. That sounds great.
Okay.
Oh,
Works
wait,
for me.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
You said you can offer us credits, but you're not associated with the school. How does that work?
Oh, everyone here has credits that they've earned in the past, and we can exchange them for the completion of quests. If you collect 15 credits, you can take one of the exams.
Can I insight check this girl?
Yeah.
That is a Got a +4 to my insight, so that's a 22.
Oh, yeah. No, everything you said is factually correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. No offense, I just seemed a little sus. So.
No, I understand. We chose to leave this world, but that doesn't mean that we are exempt from the oppression of it. And sometimes that means having to interact with it in order to survive.
I understand.
Thank you all, by the way. We're very scared. We just didn't know what to do.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, we've had our plates kind of piled on since we came in here. So what's another thing,
We
right?
literally just appeared here 2 hours ago.
We've been extremely busy for 2 hours ago.
Yeah, that's accurate.
She kind of gasped, like, "Oh, I didn't realize you were so recent." Well, be careful when you're out talking to people about about the other world. All of us dropouts are unalive, and we remember the other world. So you don't have to worry about us. But when you're out there, they get a little confused when you bring it up. Obviously, they've never experienced that. So
Well, that didn't seem to be the case with the people I was just talking to.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Well, either way, that's just a little advice. If you need anything else from us, we'll be around town. We've got to get back to work now.
Yeah, just let me just exchange numbers with you, and I like do that thing where you text her, you text each other, have each other's numbers.
Perfect.
This is so weird. It's like a magical world, but we still have cell phones. I turned to everyone else besides Sam. Like, you think that would be different or something? Like we'd have orbs of communication or something, right?
Yeah, that's what I have. I don't know why everyone else got to keep their cell phones. I just have this orb.
I'm pretty sure this stick used to be a gun.
Pardon?
What? You have a gun?
It's dangerous out there. I gotta protect myself.
You know, that does very much change my estimation of you.
Untold deaths.
What kind of gun is it?
Oh, I think it's just or
what kind of gun was
easily
it?
concealable, like maybe a 22 handgun, nothing too big, something that's easy to like keep out of sight if I don't want it to be seen, and it never comes out. But I don't think she didn't even notice that the stick is where the gun used to be. And she just like found a stick and started playing with it.
And it's a
He's
magic
like-
missile. Oh my god, I love
Yeah,
it so much.
It's a wand of magic missiles.
Hey, Elle, will you roll for me a dexterity check?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, you're gonna
Save
blow
action.
your hand off.
So, out of character, Lee, just to let you know, it's legal in the state of Michigan to open carry.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
So I just imagine this whole time Ale just got a gun at her hip, like, yeah.
That is going to be a 14.
Okay. As you're trolling it about, playing with it, there's a brief moment where you stumble and it almost drops out of your hand, but you grab it and you're quick. Nothing happens.
Careful where you put it.
I kind of like keep like dodging out of the way of the one.
Remember, treat all sticks like they're loaded.
But that being said, I did say two things happened.
Yeah.
Erica came up to you and said her piece and moved along. The other thing that happens, the figures in the corner, they get up abruptly, and the the one with the strange, goofy mask with the long mouth through which his tiny nose is poking out of. He jumps into the ceiling and disappears.
The fuck?
And all you
what?
hear, as that happens, all you hear is just a goofy cackle as they fade off. And the other two stand up and they make their way out.
Very quickly.
Yes.
Nice seeing you again.
Do you know them?
No idea.
If one of them is going to leave so conspicuously, why are the other two just casually walking away?
Wait,
The
that was
other person was probably just showing off.
People do
Okay.
that.
I was just a goat, so I can understand that.
I don't think you did that on purpose, though. Well, mostly.
It was on purpose, but I don't think it was expected to be on purpose.
To be honest, like, is anyone else kind of weirded out by like all the things that changed them? Am I the only one that's like,
Oh no, I am genuinely in a state of constant panic right now because I am terrified of what this means for me.
oh
Can I
man,
just float an observation to the group? I feel like I've got the start of just the base, very starting seed of like a hypothesis that I want to see if we collect data points, because you know they've got stuff like our stuff from back home, and they've got all the fantasy shit that we like kind of recognize and know about. And when Ashlyn was talking to Lou originally, they remembered the Lord of the Rings, and they called it the old media and
Such good movies.
stuff. And
Also
we've got
good books.
yeah, they're great.
Disagree, too dry.
But what I'm saying, there seems to be. I feel like we're seeing tropes a little bit. I'm starting to. I feel like I'm just starting to recognize things with backs. I mean, maybe it's nothing, but I'm just starting to observe that, and I'm wondering if it's true, if that can be used to our advantage in a pinch.
what, like we could use our outside knowledge to kind of inform our actions?
We can
Exactly.
meta the fuck out of this.
Exactly.
I'm not a big fan of meta.
That seems like a wise decision.
I mean, honestly, I think that's the whole reason we're here.
Wait, we're saddled with great destiny?
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah, we already got that. Yes.
I
with-
feel like yes, considering the shit I just. Okay, do y'all want to hear about what I just went through?
yes. you got some burdens. Lay them on me.
Yes,
All right. So I just found out that, like, apparently I almost destroyed the world while I was in the womb.
Damn.
Apparently, like, my mind connected to the other reality, and I'm actually, like, from here. And I somehow started to eat another reality's version of me, so I got sealed over there so I wouldn't break the world. And I'm trying to wrestle with that right now, and it's really hard.
As you finish that, you hear an alarm go off.
Oh,
fuck.
shit.
And the bartender, his face, he takes it off, and the robot face underneath is there, and it
Take your face off.
he puts on a different face that's more like angry.
Oh
He's
no.
like, security breach, and he starts walking out of the bar. He doesn't
Wasn't aware there was security.
Should we follow just in case they need help?
I guess.
seems
Do you
like a
think
nice
there's
guy.
Do you think there's an upstairs? Do you think that asshole just like apparated upstairs? Yeah,
Oh.
Sam would start to kind of follow the robot to see what's going on.
I'm just kind of
Absolutely.
So let's.
I think it's been about like 40 minutes, so I've identified all of my stuff, and yeah,
Yep.
I'm gonna go up and yeah.
Cool. As you guys go out and up and try to get a better understanding of what's going on, you realize that outside everyone's freaking out, and what you see is up into the cavern that you're in. There are walls on either side of this place that reach so far into the sky that eventually you just don't actually see the sky. But there is a massive crystal sticking out from the center of town. But there are monsters surrounding it currently as they are attacking it. And this seems to have caused a scare in town.
Fuck, I'd be scared too.
Rightfully So, yes, that makes
There-
sense.
This looks like it's a proper inciting incident.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
As everyone's running around, you see Brennan run around as he leaps and yells to Lou or someone, "We gotta get everybody ready. If they knock down the crystal, we might lose the shard." Oh my god! And he's trying to collect as many warriors as he can. And yeah, we're gonna have to call it here. But next time we come back, you guys are gonna have to deal with.
I was about to launch into my theme song.
Yeah.
Ready.
Sorry, to be continued. Get ready for a big fight. Episode
love
3.
I
Love
love this
it.
game.
Excellent. I can't wait to just fucking fight.
Same.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for coming and showing up. Really appreciate your faces here. Thank you to Mikey earlier for that raid and all the new followers we got today and our subs. With that, as far as the rest of the week goes, you can catch me live again on Friday. We have 2 episodes left of our Heartbeats in Perfect Sync actual play, as well as 3 episodes left Saturday of our Defiant actual play. Dragon Age, I think, is going to be back on the 30th for the last 2 episodes. We all had COVID and things just happened for that game. So we're just going to take a couple of breaks and then just be back with that. Just follow me on Twitter to make sure that you get when that's going to happen. But also, if you're interested in the Discord, it is in the chat, or the link should be join the Discord, and you can get updates that way as well. But yeah, that's me for the weekend. That's what we're doing on the channel for the next 7 days, and then we're back here. So we're here all summer. This is my only job this summer. So with that, everybody else go in the opposite direction. Where can we find you on the internet? What are you doing the next 7 days?
You can find me on Twitter mostly. This is the only show I currently stream on, so I'm very excited to be back here next week. But you can follow me on Twitter for any other things that I might be doing. Because I wish this was my only job, but it is not. It is @CatScarlet on Twitter.
And I stream here on Twitch. I usually stream on Mondays and Fridays. This Friday, we're going to be starting a brand new RPG playthrough of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I haven't played that in a hot minute. But you can find me here on Twitch at John_the_Joker. It's the same handle for Twitter, where you'll see live updates for what I'm playing. And Omega.
Yeah, you can't really find me on the internet 90% of the time. I have a Twitter. I don't really do much. Not much to plug here. It's great fun. Moving on.
You've been an exclusive to my channel forever. So.
Yes.
Hey y'all, I'm Crimson. That's KRIMSIN, because I'm not me without a little bit of sin. And yeah, I'm here. This was amazing. I had a great time today. You can find me all over the internet at Crimson_Galaxy_RPG or just Sin_Gal. And later this week, you can find me playing in the Super Sentai RPG that I'm a part of on the Nerds with Dice channel, and you can follow my Twitter and stuff just for updates on what I might be working on next, what I might be doing, and yeah, I think that's it.
Cool. Well, in that case, you can follow me on Twitter at Cryptid Delta. My other social media stuffs, if I ever use them, are Lycus D Stratus. And I, on Mondays, release a podcast with my wife called Judging Nerd Culture. We just put out an episode this week about Our Flag Means Death. And we fucking loved it. Best romance story in a long time. That being said, today I also put out another podcast called Tales from Terra, in which me and a couple friends are going through a mystery story that I'm DMing as well, in which they are solving some murders. And it's is using the game system called Terra Mahia, which I created.
Nice.
And this Friday, I'm putting out another video of me playing some more Elden Ring. I have 5 videos that I haven't put out yet, so this is actually only episode 2 or 3. Because it turns out editing is hard.
It is.
Yeah, editing
Yeah,
is.
legit.
I'm a pro, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm good. So I think with that, I think I finally, because I had thought I found someone, and they were like, we only raid people that we're friends with, and I was like, well, okay. But I think we're gonna go. Yes, I think that'll probably, yeah, we're gonna go raid our friends over at Cell Luna. They're also playing some Dungeons and Dragons, very specifically playing looks like it's Saltmarsh, so that'll be fun. And yeah, and we will see you all later. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.